how I was going to do it. I was 19 in college. I was 25 and on my own, but I was excited. I thought, I can do this. I can be a mom. Until somebody else, whether a father, a mother, a boyfriend, friends, until somebody else in their life came along and told them they couldn't. And I was thinking about that as you were talking about, the charge really to Christians. And I thought, we have no idea whether it's somebody in our family, whether it's our granddaughter or our daughters, our friends, our sisters. We have no idea the influence that we can have knowingly and unknowingly in the lives of women who are just terrified, but think that they can do this until, and I hate to say it, but it happens just as much, if not more, in the Christian community as not. When these women are confronted with, well, you can't do that, you can't finish college, or that baby's going to ruin your dreams. We need to empower and equip and walk aside these women much more as a society than we do. I know, and I know that comes not only from a heart of seeing the grief play out in these women's lives who've made a decision that they now regret and will regret for the rest of their life. But I also say it as the daughter of teenage parents. My mother was 15 when she got pregnant with me in 1972 in upstate New York. And
wow.
It was legal. My 15-year-old mother and my 17-year-old father were pressured to, quote, do the right thing and abort. Mm. They were pressured by religious people in her family. They were pressured by school officials to not be a poor role model. And the love of my father and wanting to do the right thing and standing by her saved my life. The deeper I go into my ministry, the more I'm so grateful for the pregnancy centers and the maternity shelters, the adoption agencies that are out there on the front lines in ways that we're not. Because it was the love of my father that spared my life. Because had he not been the man that he is, she would have been ill-equipped at that point. She was 15. But
right.
He did the right thing. He stood by her. They're married 41 years now, and it's an incredible story. But I think about the women that in our society, when we've got a hookup culture, for lack of a better word,
right.
and you've got guys that are lamenting that they can't have uninhibited sex anymore because they can't have late-term abortions. We can do better. We can do better as human beings to provide for women in crisis. And we can do better equipping our society to not only caring for the unborn, but caring for their moms just as much. And
okay, I have to jump in here, Jennifer, and I that's a great story, and it's so important that we need to support these young ladies. People offer to help these young ladies financially, with prayer, babysitting. Do whatever you can to get them to have these babies and not abort them. We have 1 minute left on the show. I'd just like to say, if you'd like to contact me, you can contact me at 315-744-0007 or at humanrightsandjusticeforall@gmail.com. Please draw attention to these human rights and justice issues, and we can really do some good. And contact Jennifer at Iowa Right to Life, and you can get her via email. I would recommend you just go to Iowa Right to Life on your search engine, and you'll be able to get her contact information. And that's pretty much all the time we have for the show today. I thank you, Jennifer, for being on, and I just wish you Godspeed.